Hey there, welcome to day 2 of our Get Up and Go Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here at your service. February 2021 Get Up and Go Challenge. Get Up and Go Challenge. This is actually the 6th 30-plus day challenge that we've done for the Get Up and Go. To get up, get moving, keep moving the direction you want to go. No matter what craziness, what uncertainty is going on around us, we want to make sure we know what to do, what's in our own best interest. So yesterday we talked about lessons learned. Day 1, I did something different. We talked about lessons learned from 2020. Why? Because I realized that I was cheating myself by not carrying forward all of those lessons learned. Some of them, yes, I brought with me into 2021, but in January of 2021, I let certain things slide. And whenever we let certain things slide, what happens? Other things fill in the gap of the time that we're not doing the things that we were doing that were in our own best interest. So I wanted to remind myself, and if you've never been with me before, some of the things that we learned from 2020 and why we want to bring those lessons forward with us, mostly so we don't be destined to repeat or have other things come up in our life that teach us that same lesson over and over and over again. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done something, didn't work out that well, but you got through it only to find out a month or a year or a couple years later down the road, something eerily similar happened that was kind of uncomfortable and you worked your way through it, and then you didn't really take the lesson with you, and again 10 years down the road another thing eerily similar or that reminded you of the previous event or the challenge or the setback that you'd had happened yet again. But this time you learned the lesson and you took it with you, and that thing has never happened to you again. I think of stress, work-related stress. When I was in corporate America, like clockwork, twice a year, I would get a super duper bad sinus infection. Every spring and every fall, I would get a sinus infection. And of course, I would write it off as allergies, which I don't have any allergies, incidentally. I've decided a long time ago, I am not allergic to anything. So I would write it out as allergies. I would write it off as all different things, but it always was related to stress. And finally, I discovered I kept, getting them over and over and over again. And then all of a sudden, when I left corporate America, I never had another sinus infection. And that is how I knew 100% that it was related to the stress of being in environments and behaving in ways that weren't 100% authentic for me. So that's an aside, but what are we going to do today? Today, since I didn't do it yesterday at the beginning of the challenge, I want to just cover what we're going to do every day, give you a quick structure and what you can expect. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me in this amazing challenge. Again, this is the 6th Get Up and Go challenge that I am personally leading and doing. I've done lots of challenges in my life, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to welcome you, and I want to let you know, so what's up? What to expect? First off, why challenges? Why do I love challenges? I freaking love challenges. Why? Because they work. They absolutely positively are the fastest, easiest way to get a transformation in your life that you can't even imagine. It allows us to take the impossible, things that were impossible for us before, and make them possible. And not only make them possible, but make them probable and repetitive and expected things that occur in our life. We will get breakthroughs in areas of our life that we never thought we would have breakthroughs in. We will create the life that we want. We will have results that are mind-blowing to us because we couldn't even have imagined them before. So we want to remember that we get out of anything what we put into it. So what you put into this challenge, just like anything else, is what you'll get out of it. The more of yourself you put into it, the more effort you put into it. If you do the daily tasks, if you listen to the daily videos, if you actually do the action item, if you use the tool, and I guess I've kind of covered what we're going to do every day briefly, but I'll be more clear about that. You will be transformed by the end of 30 days. You will barely recognize the person that you are because you will be more courageous. You'll be more confident. You'll be more positive. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll realize that you're capable of anything you want to do and achieve and be and have. Will you have it all in 30 days? Yeah, I doubt it. Sorry. If you're expecting to see miracles in all areas and aspects of your life in 30 days, Probably not going to happen. It can happen. It's possible. Anything is possible for you. I am not here to say what is or isn't possible for you, but it's all based on what you believe you can achieve or do or be or have, not what I think you can be or do or have. I think you can do whatever you want, whatever you choose. But if you don't believe it, that's what really matters. So here's how the challenge is going to work. Every day I'm going to hop online. I'll have it available by 11 o'clock every day. I usually record live first thing in the morning because that's the best time in my schedule to not be interrupted or have other commitments that end up squeezing out my time. So I'm pre-recording this. If you want to join me live, hop on around. Sometimes it's 5 o'clock, sometimes it's 8 o'clock. But if you sign up for the page, the Get Up and Go page, you can have a notification whenever I go live. Then you could join me live. Otherwise, by 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, I will post the day's video. You can listen to the day's video. I am committed to keeping it under 10 minutes a day this time around. Usually there's a couple that go over 10 minutes, but I'm going to structure it and force myself to fit the framework of 10 minutes a day. Why 10 minutes? 10-minute lessons? Number one, I'm on a journey to keep things more simple. We overcomplicate everything, and humans do, and I am a prime example of overcomplicating everything. So I'm challenging myself as part of the challenge to keep the lessons 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less. During that lesson, we'll talk about a topic. I will share a tool. I discovered a couple challenges ago that I have this huge toolbox of different strategies and tools and techniques that I've learned over my decades in business and of living that sometimes I was using them, sometimes I wasn't, and I wanted to get more consistent about it. So for each day's lesson, I'll share a tool that I've been using that works for me, that has worked for me. I wouldn't share tools that haven't worked for me. Have I tried hundreds and hundreds of tools and things that really didn't get me much results? Yes, I'm not sharing any of those. And would some of those work for you? Undoubtedly. But I'm only going to share the ones that have worked for me. And you can always explore and look for and find more tools. With the internet nowadays, there's no excuse for not finding things that can help us do the things that we want to do, because there's usually thousands of them for any task or any activity we want to do. For example, meditation is a tool. Well, I'll tell you the way I meditate, but it's going to be different probably than anybody else because I've taken that tool and made it my own. And I encourage you and remind you, you need to do the same thing. Learn the tool, and if you want more information about it, you can Google it, right? You can go to DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, or whatever the search engines are, Bing, whatever the search engines are nowadays. You can just go plug in a term or a tool, and you can get more information on it. Also, every day, I'm going to give you an action item, an action step, something that I'm going to actually ask you to do. It isn't going to take you hardly any time at all, but you need to do it. Why? Not because of me. I'm not going to check up on you and make sure you did it, but because of you. If you want to, again, back to you get out of things what you put into them. If you want to get great results and transformation, just do the little thing every day. Sometimes it'll take you 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes, you can do it in your head in like 5 seconds. Other times, depending on how well you know yourself, it might take you a half an hour or some real time out walking and thinking about it. But I encourage you to do it. I commit to doing the challenge right along with you. Every time I lead a challenge, I don't just lead it, I do it as well. Why? Because guess what? I want to always learn and grow and be better as well. And so that's why I actually do the assignments and the homework too. And I will usually, unless I forget, which sometimes I do, I'll share my homework on and I'm not sure if I'm going to post a homework post every time, or if we'll just do it underneath the day's video. I think for this time through, we'll just do it under the day's video, and I won't post a separate post that you can post your homework at, because I'll be able to pull out the homework from the comments in that anyway. So under the videos, I will post my homework, and I encourage you to post yours there as well. If you want feedback, or if you want to just say done or cancel, every day I'll tell you what the homework is, and if you want to post it, great. And if you don't, that's okay too. But I say if you post and share your lessons learned, you're helping other people to learn and grow and become a better version of themselves as well. Our homework, our action item for today, our tool for today is paper and a pencil. Paper and a pencil. This is actually my December Get Up and Go challenge book that I used for the last challenge, December. And this year, this challenge, I'm going to do something a little differently. I've got these little notebooks. I got them at Target for $3. There's all different colors, and you'll see the other colors later in the challenge. Hint, hint. But for the beginning, this will just be my notes and my notebook paper. And I'm going to do, I'm sure, more than one challenge this year. So I'm going to do a book structure based on different areas and aspects of my life, as well as my overall journal. Our tool today, paper and pencil. Take notes. If it's worth remembering, if you want to remember it, write it down. If we say things, if we do things, if we have the tool, maybe just the name of the tool in your action item homework is all you create and all you write down. That's really all I did for the December book, is I just did my homework in this particular journal. And it's up to you, but paper and pencil is an incredible tool. See, pretty quick and easy, right? We all know what paper and pencil or paper and pens are, right? So it's not like you have to go out and learn about paper and pencils and writing things down. That's our tool for today. Our action item for today is to think about how many challenges you've done and faced successfully. How many things, how many challenges, not just share in the group the number. If you think it's, oh, I've done 100 challenges, I've done 6 challenges, I've done 1,000, I've done 5, how many ever. Right now, in addition to doing my own challenge, I am actually participating in 3 other people's challenges. 3 different skill sets and topics I want to get better at or learn more about. One's a 14-day challenge, one's a 5-day challenge, which means it's a 5-day challenge plus 5 days of bonus content, which is all about marketing and selling. And then one is actually a 3-day challenge. So I'm doing 3 of those right now. And then at the end of the week, I'm starting on a couple more. So I am personally not only leading challenges, dealing with my customers and my clients and consulting, but I'm also always learning and participating in other people's challenges. Why? Because it's fun, and it's, I know, the fastest, easiest way for me to develop skills and abilities, specific skills and abilities in different areas and aspects of my life that I want to do those in. So, comment, action item, share how many challenges that you've done. Tool, pen and paper, lesson, that's just what we're going to do every day, under 10 minutes. Hop on, listen to the video. You'll get the action item and the tool for the day. Do what I ask in the video and watch how you become an absolute challenge superstar. Anything that happens, any challenge, any setback, any obstacle, anything outside of you that impacts you, you will be guaranteed to be better off after that event than before it happened to you. If you use the process that we're going to go through, we're not only going to go through it, we're going to learn it, we're going to go through it for all 7 areas, aspects of our lives, and then we're going to ingrain it. We're going to actually install it in our subconscious so it becomes automatic for you, just like it's automatic for me now. All right, that's it. Any questions? Hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing how many challenges you've done. And of course, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Get up. Go do this.